So in this session, Basil Malik from one of our major North American partners, Blytheco, talks about where to start with CRM. He focuses on what makes CRM successful through focused intent, as he calls it, to get that business program right. And he's been working with Sage CRM now for, over 10 years, Jeff.
Well, he's not only been working for those years. So he's been with a very large partner like Blytheco, but he's also founded and operated his own CRM practice for 7 years. And he's always been focused on SMB customers, typically those who have been using Sage 100 over all of that time.
Yes, he's also really into driving the whole conversation around business returns, not just talking about features, which is great. And really doing it properly, step by step, starting small, getting buy-in, and then scaling up and building on success, getting the building blocks in place first. So let's hand over now to Basil and let him introduce himself and talk to us about his approach to CRM.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. I hope you're enjoying the event so far and its sessions. I'm here to help answer an important question that most organizations ask themselves when considering CRM. Where do we start? The answer to this question will set the tone of success your organization will have with CRM. So being very strategic and intentional with where you start is critical. Now, before we get too far down that path, I suppose you might be wondering who I am and why I'm talking. I'm Basil Malik, and this is my glamour shot. I'm the CRM consulting team lead at Blytheco, and I have over 10 years of experience working with CRM. It all started in 2012 and quickly carried over to Sage CRM in 2013, which is where my passion for CRM really began. I founded my own Sage CRM consulting practice in 2016 and ran that through 2019. Shortly thereafter, I joined the Blytheco family in 2020. Since then, I've leveraged the depth of my experience integrating Sage CRM and Sage 100 to drive value with our Sage 100 customers. So I suppose when you get down to it, what I'm really trying to say is, I love CRM. After this session, I hope you have a better idea of where to start with CRM and why Sage CRM offers the most cost-effective option for getting started with the CRM, especially for Sage 100 customers. We'll start with what CRM is versus what it isn't, move into some high-level do's and don'ts when considering CRM, and wrap up on where to start with CRM and why Sage CRM offers a unique, cost-effective place for Sage 100 customers to dip their toes in the CRM pond. And with that, let's get right to it. What is CRM? While I could drone on and bore you with the many definitions from the internets, at the end of the day, it's a robust software that puts a unique emphasis on relationships. That's the R in CRM. A good CRM allows us to better manage that dynamic and help cultivate enriched experiences with customers. CRM is also a tool that, at a minimum, enables your sales, marketing, and customer service teams to be more efficient and effective at their jobs, thereby increasing how much they can potentially do, be it selling, servicing, or targeted outreach. CRM is a central hub of insight that promotes visibility into what's going on within your organization for any given customer or prospect. This ultimately enriches the customer experience. Another added benefit, especially with the waves that events like the Great Resignation cause, is business continuity. If your best salesperson left today, who picks up the conversation where it left off? Having a solution to that problem helps ensure that you're not only able to avoid disruption to your business, but the customer always feels like they're in good hands. And the list really does, to quote Journey, go on and on and on and on, because CRM has evolved to be more than all of that. If we put CRM where it makes the most sense, it would be right here, at the center of your organization. Note that it's not taking over the other areas of your organization, but it does sit neatly between all of the other many functions, such as warehouse management, manufacturing, business intelligence, and so on. It intentionally does not overlap because it provides a connected experience between every area of your organization where you need it. This is one of the reasons why CRM means so many things to people. You have individuals that join companies having a wide range of experiences. Where one person lived and breathed inside of a CRM and can't live without it, another person could think CRM is a 3-letter swear word. It truly can be night and day. CRM continues to evolve today, so much so that it almost makes more sense to explicitly state what it isn't than to talk about everything that it is. First and foremost, CRM is not your ERP or accounting system, nor should it replace ERP functionality or any highly specialized functions handled by other software. While quoting and ordering might make sense within a CRM, running your manufacturing processes, managing your inventory across one or many warehouses, creating purchase orders, or processing payroll, all of those things belong to other software solutions that specialize in those functions. Let them keep their job. CRM should make your existing team better and more productive, but it should not be thought of as an instrument of cost avoidance by reducing headcount, nor should it dilute your organization's culture. Think about it for a second. Your company became successful for a reason. Your people, your values, your operating principles, these are among the things that make you uniquely you. No software should negatively impact the things that made you successful over the years. Many organizations start down a path of a CRM to be the beacon that shines light on problem areas within an organization. While it pains me to admit this, CRM does not fix bad behavior. If you seek to fix bad habits or behavior with software, all you're going to get is the same people doing the same things, just in a different place. Software helps fix operational problems, but not people problems. Lastly, and arguably one of the more important lessons of the day, CRM is not a one-size-fits-all solution. What worked for one company may or may not work for yours. It's far too easy to draw heavy generalizations between your company and another. That's a trap. Don't assume you'll reap the same benefits as someone else. Hopefully that resonated, because we're about to get into the meat and potatoes of this session. The do's and the don'ts of implementing a CRM. Do put your culture first. I talked a bit about the importance before a moment ago, and I wanted to reiterate it here. Know your customer's journey. Where do they come from? Your website, an ad, Facebook, social media, perhaps? Where do they go from those locations? You should be able to map that journey from wherever they originate to closing the sale and eventually continuing to take care of them. Start small. Set a few very clear goals with implementing CRM, and once that's working well, scale on their success. CRM should grow with you as your team gets more and more comfortable with it. Find ways to promote visibility and connectivity. Silos only hurt your team's ability to take care of your customers. Let people look so that they have the awareness, but don't let them touch or modify things that they shouldn't. And lastly, make CRM a habit. The goals you set should create the behaviors and habits within your team that align with your long-term goals for selling and servicing your customers. Now for the don'ts. Don't do too much up front. It's distracting and can easily overwhelm your team if you're not careful. Don't make decisions in a vacuum. More people than just you will be using the CRM, so it's a best practice to include them in the implementation process. But more importantly, give them a voice. Don't turn CRM into a chore. Similar to making CRM a habit, don't force someone to use CRM unless there's a clear benefit for them. It should be a tool that enables, not something that they have to do. I'll put this next one as politically as I can. Don't cater to the lowest common denominator. Software should be a ladder that elevates a team and its members to a common, higher level, not a chute to a lower one. Similar to avoiding making CRM mature, don't implement CRM just for better oversight. Nobody wants to feel like Big Brother is going to get them. And while this seems relatively obvious, those are really the building blocks of finding success with CRM. It's not really rocket science, but when you start a CRM, avoiding as many of these don'ts as you can while incorporating as many of the do's will help you get started. Taking that all into consideration, where do you start with CRM? Small. Find one or two things that you absolutely need from a CRM. These are two pretty common examples: building stronger relationships with customers and ensuring someone follows up on quotes. You can start by implementing Sage CRM around those two objectives. Ask your team how they build strong relationships and build those best practices right into your CRM. Do you need to follow up on every quote? Best practice says yeah. Great. For every quote created, set a follow-up date for the salesperson that created that quote to reach out to your customer. Work with your team. Get their feedback on the processes you've built together. Find out what's working well and what isn't. Make incremental changes to your process to continue refining them to your desired version of perfect, then deploy that solution. That whole process that we just described can be used as a template for additional things to implement within CRM. Remember, CRM should grow with you over time. Keep those do's and don'ts in mind, and you can continue to find more ways that CRM can improve your operational efficiency and, by extension, your customer's experience. While all of that is well and good, why should you, a Sage 100 customer, consider Sage CRM? Sage CRM is perfect for testing your organization's maturity and whether CRM is even a good fit for your team. 30% of CRM still fail today, and being very methodical with how you use CRM, preferably using those best practices we just covered a moment ago, will help ensure you and your team are successful with CRM. Integrating Sage 100 to Sage CRM makes it possible for you to see your Sage 100 data right in Sage CRM. Do you need to easily see which customers are grossly past due with their AR aging? Or do you need to see your customers' year-over-year sales performance to know where you're retaining customers and where you're losing them? Would it be beneficial for your Sage CRM users to easily see what products or product lines customers are or are not buying? The integration between Sage 100 and Sage CRM allows you to do all of that. Once the data is in Sage CRM, it opens up additional use cases. You can manage your vendor relationships, enable your accounts receivable team to follow up and track outreach on outstanding invoices, send targeted emails to customers for cross-sell and upsell opportunities, and the list goes on. Sage CRM is very extendable. While it works well for sales, marketing, and customer service, we found that there are many other common areas, accounts payable, accounts receivable, so on and so forth, that also tend to reap the benefits of using Sage CRM. And did I mention that Blytheco also happens to specialize in delivering an enhanced out-of-the-box experience where you can go from talking about Sage CRM to using it within a week or two? Everything you're about to see is an example of what you can get as part of that enhanced experience. First up, we have an example of pulling line item detail from invoices directly into Sage CRM. Easily see what a customer purchased, when, and their pricing. You can display it in a list like this, or put it in a report and then have that report delivered on a regular basis. Here's a snippet that shows rolling financial data for a customer. Note current and previous year sales numbers, their average spend, and a lifetime value of the customer relationship are all displayed on the screen. This graph is something we've built to visually represent a rolling 12-month view of sales performance for a customer and comes standard with our out-of-the-box enhanced solution. Here are a couple more examples of charts we placed on screen for each customer to show not only year-over-year performance, but product line history as well. From one year to the next, where are we winning new business? Where are we retaining existing product lines or possibly losing footing elsewhere? Data tells a story and gives team members the awareness they need to take action. Our business development enhancement allows you to take information directly from a Google search, which you can see on the screen on the top left, bring it right into CRM and qualify it as new business, conduct research on places like LinkedIn to find relevant points of contact, and quickly progress them from lead to prospect to buying customer. I hope you found this session helpful and that you have a better idea of where to start with Sage CRM and how it can benefit your business. I also hope the ease and value of integrating Sage CRM and Sage 100 was evident. And if you choose to implement Sage CRM, you have a good idea of what Sage CRM is and isn't. If you have any questions or would like to carry on the conversation, please feel free to reach out to me via email or by phone.
You know, I like the way he opened out with a good solid definition, how good CRM is very much about better people management.
That reflection on culture versus cost avoidance is such a powerful story to take to any project stakeholders. And it's not just at the beginning, it's throughout the project.
Very true. So thanks to Basil Malik from Blytheco for that presentation.